Get out old Dan's record. Bring out old Dan's record. I remember my auntie, she danced with Dan till 2 or 3. Old Dan was with her now, no he tried out loud. Old Dan was with her now, no he tried out loud. Good evening, folks, and welcome to our Gordon Lightfoot tribute show, Sundown, the Gordon Lightfoot story. Over the course of the next 90 minutes or so, we're going to take you through probably the most productive and creative 20 years of the great Canadian singer-songwriter's career, which culminated in a string of hits for him right throughout the 1970s. But you know, when we did that first song, we did a couple of verses from it just to get a little bit warmed up, called Old Dan's Records. Gordon said that when he wrote that song, he never actually knew anyone called Dan. But what he wanted to do was write a clever song that was a play on words. And the words, of course, were Old Dan's Records. But what he did have, he had an Uncle Jack. And apparently the young Gordon used to go around to Uncle Jack's place on a Saturday night with the family. And they danced the night away to Uncle Jack's. Uncle Jack had a bunch of 78 RPM dance records. Remember those? The jitterbug, the jive, all that sort of stuff. Well, I used to have a lot of fun doing that, and that's probably what inspired the young Gordon to want to dance on Canadian television a few years later, like you just saw in the film clip back there. It was called the Country Hoedown, and he was in a choral dance group, which is a sort of a square dancing group. He actually hated it. He was only doing it for the money so he could earn a few bob in between gigs and get on with actually singing and songwriting. So we're going to take you through that story tonight of his singing songwriting career, because when he was on the choral dance group, he actually got kicked out of it. His nickname was Gordon Lightfoot. We're not going to dig out any of Old Dan's records for you tonight at all, folks. What we're going to do is we're turning the tables on Gordon Lightfoot here a little bit tonight for you. We're going to dig out a few of Old Gord's records. That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. 'Cause everything you had is gone, as you can see. That's what you get for loving me. Gathering over my head, kill the day and hide the sun, shroud the night when day is done. Ribbon of darkness over me, rain is falling on the meadow where once my love and I lie.
An air and sea search is continuing for possible survivors of the Edmund Fitzgerald, a 729-foot ore carrier, which apparently broke apart and sunk last night on Lake Superior. The ship and its 29-man crew vanished in a storm with 80 miles an hour.
Legend lives on from the tip on down of the big lake they call Gitchigoo. The lake it is said never gets ever dead when the skies of November turn blue. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed at sea.
Picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dream. I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you.
See the ocean wide and blue. Think of all that's in her. She would not surrender to the likes of us. When she must, they tell us.
Sat down by her table and they talked about the weather. 98.6 and rising down by Boulder Dam that night. And she told him she would take him for a ride in the morning sun back in Boulder.
Through the valley comes a horse and wild and free, tilting at the windmills passing weak, and the brave young horse indeed. He is wild, he is mellow, he is strong but he is weak. He is cruel but he is gentle, he is wise but he is weak. And reaching for his saddlebag, he takes a battered book into his hand.
On this winter's night with you, smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. Read again between the lines upon each page the words of love you sent me. If I could know within my heart.
There's a house on a hill by a worn-down, weathered old mill in the valley below where the river winds. There's no such thing as bad times, and a soft southern flame. Oh, Cotton Jenny's her name, and she wakes me up when the sun goes down, and the wheels of love go round, wheels of love go round, love go round, love go round, a joyful sound.
And down the road we gallop, and across the fields we fly. And soon we all go sailing off into the midnight sky.
In a castle dark, or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet, you know that ghost is me. I will never be set free as long as I'm the ghost that you can't see. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown! Birds and all creation if you come where